Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac affects millions of homeowners, our financial system, and our entire economy. I have been, and I will continue to monitor the situation closely, and I'll evaluate whatever plan is put forth by the administration with the following three benchmarks in mind. First, any action we take has to be focused not on the whims of lobbyists and special interests worried about their bonuses or their hourly fees, but on whether it's going to strengthen our economy, whether it will help stabilize the housing market, help struggling homeowners who are also being hit by lost jobs, stagnant wages, and spiraling costs from everything from gas to groceries, and will help stabilize the financial markets. Second, we have to protect taxpayers, not bail out the shareholders and management of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. This is a challenging situation that's been festering for a long time. There are some community and regional banks with potential exposure, including those serving low-income communities. We're going to have to carefully address those situations, but we must not allow government intervention to protect investors and speculators who relied on the government to reap massive profits. And finally, we must ensure that any plan clarifies the true public and private status of our housing policies. We have to make clear that in our market system, investors can't be allowed to believe that, unlike working families, they can simply invest in a heads they win, tails they don't lose situation. For too long, Washington ignored the warning signs in the housing and financial markets and has been unwilling to take the kinds of action that I have been advocating for over 2 years to crack down on reckless borrowers and help struggling homeowners. We cannot afford more of this wait and don't see approach to our markets and our economy. And finally, with today's announcement, as well as with the discouraging job report Friday, I once again urge the administration, as well as Senator McCain, to drop their opposition to a second stimulus package and to come together around a package like the one I've proposed with immediate relief for families and a $50 billion package to struggling states so that they don't have to cut back on health care, education, and we can replenish the trust fund and help restore jobs and confidence in our economy. So with that, let me take a couple of questions. Charles?
For the last few days, you've really been hitting the point of telling audiences not to be fooled by attacks, smears, rumors, that sort of thing. Do you feel that you and your campaign are doing a good job of addressing this, or is this a growing concern on your part?
No, I think we've been doing as good of a job as you can in the internet age, where lies can travel fast, and truth sometimes has to play catch-up. But we feel very good about how our campaign has addressed any misinformation that's out there, and we're going to keep rationing it up.
There's been a lot of discussion about either privatizing entirely what Fannie and Freddie do, or going the other direction and making creating some sort of a federal agency like a TVA
right.
corporation. Which would you favor?
Well, here's what I don't favor, is a continuation of the neither fish nor fowl approach to the GSEs. We can't have a situation in which during boom times, management and investors are soaking up huge profits, taking extraordinary risks, and thinking to themselves that if they get into trouble because of these risky investments, that somehow the taxpayers are going to be there to bail them out. That's an unsustainable situation. It's a structural problem. So I want to wait and see what is being proposed by the administration. I think we haven't had enough disclosure yet to get a sense of what the assets of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac look like relative to their liabilities. Over the coming weeks and months, as we get more information, then it will be a top priority of my transition process, should I win, and then my administration, to come up with a very concrete plan to address the issue.